Good evening and welcome into 11 Alive News at 11. I'm Joe Ripley. Tonight, the attorney for a Douglas County judge now charged with a felony says Atlanta police keeps changing its story. This comes after the department released body cam video of Judge Christina Peterson's arrest outside a Buckhead nightclub Thursday morning. 11 Alive's Teresa Bowles watched the more than 2 hours long footage. She joins us live right now outside the nightclub where this all went down. So Teresa, you spoke with Peterson's lawyer. What's he saying about these inconsistencies?
Well, Joe, for example, in the body cam video, the arresting officer says that he was punched here outside of the Red Martini Lounge on Peachtree Road Northeast. However, in an APD statement, it says he was pushed.
The cover-up is always worse than the initial mistake.
A tale of two different stories, the Atlanta Police Department versus Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson. Peterson's attorney, Marvin Arrington, says he's still sifting through the 2-hour body camera footage of her arrest less than 2 days after it happened. He says something isn't adding up.
We already see inconsistencies. We know that the information that was provided to the judge is now being changed or updated.
Here's how a spokesperson for the Atlanta Police Department tells it. Thursday, around 3 in the morning, Officer Keith Wadsworth responds to a commotion outside of the Red Martini Lounge in Buckhead. There was some sort of dispute with the woman seen here. Then Peterson allegedly screamed, interrupted the officer, and, quote, forcibly pushed the officer in the chest and kept swiping his hands away as he attempted to assist the female being escorted out. Peterson is then accused of pushing the officer again, and that's what led to her arrest. However, in the warrant, Wadsworth said under oath that he was struck, quote, with a closed fist. Plus, in the footage, you hear Wadsworth say several times,
"You just punched the cop."
"No, I did not!"
I walked over there to separate it, and I got punched. Came over, punched me.
That he's been punched.
And there is no punching or hitting of any officers.
You can see an arm here, but it's difficult to tell during the scuffle. Arrington says his client is a good Samaritan who was simply trying to break up the dispute where a man attacked a woman. He has reason to believe the commotion happened while the crowd was waiting in line by a food truck, not inside the lounge. But the story doesn't stop there. Next, Peterson spends more than an hour in a police unit, sometimes hurling profanity at Wadsworth. And refusing to identify herself.
I need your name and your date of birth.
You should have known that.
Plus, nothing came up with the finger scan. Several officers appear to try to reason with Peterson, but that's why there's an issue while processing her. Eventually, she's driven and booked into the Fulton County Jail and now faces battery against a police officer and felony obstruction of law enforcement charges. Though the body camera shows Officer Wadsworth telling Peterson she was arrested for
Disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct.
Arrington says the video and contradictions left him wanting more, and he believes it will all make sense in the end in court.
We look forward to the day of these charges being dropped.
You acting like you don't know.
Arrington says he wrote a spoliation letter to the Red Martini to preserve all evidence, as he believes that more footage will bring justice to Peterson. Live in Atlanta, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
And we'll have to see how this all plays out. Teresa, thank you. Peterson, meantime, has been released on a $5,000 bond tonight. The judge ordered her not to contact law enforcement and to stay away from the Red Martini Lounge as well. You can catch up on this developing story as we learn more. Just head to 11alive.com.